what we tell our kids right now, your cardinal rules, we're going to defend from the goal line back to the ball. You know, don't give up the deep with easy shots, and we've really stressed that a lot.
You weren't here last year. You came and looked at tape, though. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I assume anyway.
Yeah.
Were you kind of, I don't want to say amazed, but did Karl open your eyes a little bit?
Yeah, he did.
Especially for a true freshman?
For a true freshman. You know, when I first noticed him, I was actually in a hotel, you know, because out on the West Coast we play so late, so we get to watch games, and saw Karl play a few games and thought, wow, that kid's a pretty good player. And every time I would watch West Virginia, you'd just see him making more plays, big hits, and you know, and then I have the opportunity to come coach him. So, you know, just trying to fine tune him and you know, let him play within the system. You know, he can't play outside the box just for the fact that, you know, we don't want to give up a big throw. We don't want to give up a big catch, you know. So, you know, we're just trying to control him, make him understand everything that's going on with the whole scheme, and he's done a great job with it. I mean, right now he knows what linebackers are doing. He knows what the D-line are doing. And, you know, he's kind of our voice back there. And that's what we put on our free safety. He's got to be the guy that checks us in the coverage and those kind of things.
Could you see him making 100 tackles in the season? I mean,
no doubt.
I think he had 76 last year or something like that as a freshman.
No doubt about it, and especially what we'll do with him this year with rolling coverage and, you know, getting him down in there and letting him be more aggressive and play to his strength.
With Cook and Joseph, you're in charge of one of the positions that seems like your starters are set at this point. I mean, how has that helped you? Do you feel like you guys are a little bit further ahead since you're not looking to figure out who's going to start as much as you're looking to fill up that depth?
Well, I think right now is obviously we don't want guys to get comfortable with the starting job, but you know, the writing's kind of on the wall. I mean, those guys have the most game experience, really the only game experience in that room. Moving a kid like Ricky Rumpf back there gives me some depth and gives me an opportunity to rest those guys, to put him in on maybe passing situations and pull one of those two out for a play or two. And the same thing with KJ Dillon. You know, he's played on special teams and a little bit on defense. And to throw him in a nickel and maybe rest a guy. So, you know, we're starting to build it right now. I mean, if we had to play tomorrow, I would feel comfortable with 5 guys.
When you guys are going to the nickel, you're bringing in the extra safety, not an extra corner to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, and you know that could change as we go on. Right now, we just feel like we have more depth at safety with the move of Ricky, you know, going back there.
With Karl, how do you avoid maybe complacency? Because he had such a great freshman season. Did you talk to him all about that?
Yeah, and any time you're in a competitive sport, the guy wants to be good like Karl. You know, and I talked to him about being a good player, and the first words out of his mouth was, "Coach, I don't want to be good. I want to be great." And you know, that's what you look for. And you know, he's done a great job. I mean, he's a humble kid. He's not, you know, doesn't think that he's, you know, the greatest guy that ever played the game. He studies film. He works. You know, does a heck of a job just preparing himself and taking care of his body and things that you want. Usually you see this from juniors, seniors, and I just think he's so far ahead of where he should be at this point, and that shows on the field.
He was obviously really good last year, but what have you tried to refine with Karl?
Well, being under control. I think a lot of the times when he misses tackles, he's out of control, too fast, seeing the wrong thing. So just trying to get him to understand the full scheme of things.
You feel he's improved on that?
Yeah. From day 1 in spring till, you know, day 14 or 15, whatever day we're in camp right now, I think he's done a great job with it.
What about Darwin? Obviously, 5th-year senior. I mean, he's been here longer. What did you see out of him? What did you try to work with him on?
Well, you know, Darwin, I think that he had I'm not going to say a bad year, but I think he was injured a lot last year. He didn't feel good about the way he performed, and I think he's hungry right now. He's got a chip on his shoulder. And I think the other thing, he saw how good Karl played. So that creates, you know, even though they're going to be on the field at the same time, that still creates competition at a position. You know, and I think that they push each other. And the same thing, I think he wants to have a great senior year and you know, show people that he can play.